When the Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, or HTS, stormed Damascus on December 8, 2024, ending 53 years of Ba'athist rule, the world was taken by surprise at the tame surrender of the ruling establishment. Even the HTS and its head, Abu Muhammad al-Jolani, were astonished at the sudden collapse of the Assad regime. Bashar al-Assad, the deposed president, fled to Russia. The HTS, once affiliated with al-Qaeda, aims to establish a fundamentalist Islamic state in Syria. The fall of Damascus does not signal the end of the decades-long conflict that began in 2011. Various factions, including other rebel groups, Kurdish forces and remnants of the Syrian government, continue to contest for power. The situation in Syria, rooted in the complex geopolitical landscape shaped by the Sykes-Picot Agreement, remains volatile and unpredictable with global implications. Syria's rich history is deeply intertwined with its strategic geography. Watered by the Euphrates River, this fertile land has been a coveted prize for empires for millennia. From the ancient Egyptians and Assyrians to the Persians, Greeks and Romans, countless civilizations have left their mark on this region. In the 16th century, the Ottomans conquered the area, holding sway for over 400 years, until the collapse of the Ottoman Empire in 1918. After World War I, the Sykes-Picot Agreement divided the Arab lands into British and French spheres of influence. Syria and Lebanon fell under French control, sparking numerous uprisings and revolts against colonial rule. Syria eventually achieved independence in 1946, but political instability remained. The Ba'ath Party takeover in 1963 brought relative peace until the Arab uprisings of 2011 plunged Syria into a civil war. The conflict drew in regional and international powers, transforming Syria into a complex geopolitical battleground. This protracted war has claimed the lives of hundreds of thousands of Syrians and displaced nearly 13 million people, more than half the country's pre-war population of 22 million. Today, Syria is a fractured nation, divided by multiple groups with seemingly irreconcilable interests. Syria's strategic location along potential routes for transporting oil and gas from the Persian Gulf and Caspian regions to Europe makes it a subject of geopolitical competition. Control over these routes is a significant factor in shaping global energy markets. Regional powers like Turkey, Iran and Saudi Arabia, as well as global actors like the United States and Russia, have sought to shape the war's outcome to align with their strategic interests. For the Muslim world, Syria's geographical location makes it a resistance front against Israel. Ankara views Syria as vital to its national security, particularly concerning Kurdish groups. Terrorist groups like ISIS and al-Qaeda sought control over the area to form an Islamic republic and launch attacks across the Middle East and into Europe. The United States and European nations view Syria as critical to regional stability and energy security. For Russia, Syria represents a gateway to the Eastern Mediterranean, enabling influence over energy routes, maritime trade and regional security. Iran uses Syria as a land corridor to supply Hezbollah in Lebanon, consolidating its influence in the Levant. This has made Syria a key battleground in the broader conflict between Iran and Israel. The sudden collapse of the Assad regime was catalyzed by ongoing conflicts outside the region. Russia, weakened by the war in Ukraine, and Iran, weakened by conflicts with Israel, saw their influence wane. The downfall of the Assad dynasty has dealt a severe blow to Putin's aspirations in the Middle East. The future of Russia's military bases in Syria remains uncertain. Israel has significantly weakened Hezbollah in Lebanon. The fall of Damascus disrupts Iran's axis of resistance, severing a critical link to Hezbollah. Israel has expanded a demilitarized buffer zone along its border with Syria. The US is unlikely to reduce its presence in the region and would continue to support the Kurds. President-elect Donald Trump tweeted, "This is not our fight, let it play out, do not get involved." The US will likely adopt a wait-and-watch stance. The Kurds have fought to consolidate a de facto autonomous territory in northern Syria. The US will likely continue aiding the Kurdish People's Protection Units, or YPG, despite the complex relationship with Turkey. For now, we can expect a semblance of normalcy, but the country will again be embroiled in conflict sooner rather than later.